Hi guys, welcome to Luis Cisneros YouTube channel, and today's Polymer Clay tutorial is about how to make a Rhino ring. Let's start with the material that we're gonna need, and we're gonna need clay, especially like Primo for making accessories. We're gonna need also a ring. So in this case, we're gonna make this ring. If you don't know how to make it, you can watch my video on how to make it. We're gonna need a knife, a ruler, sculpting tools, and also the proportional charts, and that way you know how it looks like and you can follow the size and the different views so you can see. And you can get these on my website, so just make sure to download these from my website. Then I recommend just to follow the views. We're gonna need baking paper and wipes. After your ring is done, we're gonna create geometrical figures just to create our head, and this is gonna be a cube and two spheres. The middle one is gonna be a smaller, the big one is gonna be on the top of the head. Then with the dotting tool, you're gonna start blending them together, but you're gonna have them in a curve following your proportional chart. With the fingers, try to smooth the surface so the marks of the dotting tools are not so strong. Then at the back of the top of the head, you're gonna create this shape the proportional chart has. It's kind of an S. Then we're gonna add 4 pieces of clay that are gonna be exactly the same size. 2 at the back that are gonna be the bones that they stand out, and then 2 in the middle place. These ones, they have the shape that we follow in the proportional chart. Then we're gonna add 2 more pieces of clay, 1 in each side, that is gonna be the cheeks of our Rhino's face, and this is gonna be in front of the 2 pieces that we already add in the middle sphere. Then with the dotting tool, we're gonna start blending all the pieces together. Just for effects to be faster, I created one side of the face, as you can see, and the other side is where we left. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna exaggerate the cheek that we had, especially push it like down. We're gonna create the horns, just the half and just the base where we're gonna add, and the eye part. And this one you do it with your dotting tool based on the proportional chart. Make sure also to start exaggerating the cup where the mouth is going to be. Then when you compare it to the side view, you start seeing the cheek, so you can exaggerate it, and also start creating the side of the mouth and the mouth that opens under the cube. So this one you also use the side view to create these. As you can see, it is just I do it with my dotting tool. It's really easy if you follow the proportional chart. With the needle tool, you use it just to help to create those lines. Then we add another piece of clay just to add the eyelid of the nose. We incorporate it with the dotting tool just where the cube is, and this gives us a huge eyelid so we can see. We create the hole also for the nose with dotting tool. And under, we're gonna exaggerate the mouth and create the lip on the top with our dotting tool, and with the needle tool we create a line beside the eyelid and the mouth on the front. We follow the proportional chart to do that. Then we blend the back on the top of the head, and we start smoothing with our fingers so all the lines that we create with the dotting tool, they disappear. Use your needle tool to just exaggerate those lines. Then after that, we start pushing with our fingers to create the cheek even larger, since that is gonna add to the ring. We start using our dotting tool to exaggerate also the eye. Just make sure to also use the dotting tool to the top of the hair, especially where the base of the horns are going to be. So that way you start creating those horns. You can use the needle tool just to create those lines and separate that. separate the mouth on the side view, we use our needle tool and start pushing the mouth. Then with the needle tool we start getting the shape and all the lines that I has on the front of the eye, and we create the eye and the eyelid. Then on the front we create also in the eyelid all those lines, wrinkle lines that I has on the mouth and beside the eyelid, and we give more texture to the eye. Also we start making the lines on the top of the head, in the cheek as you can see, and in the base of the horns. So in this way we create more realistic texture for our head. Don't forget also at the back to create those lines. We also exaggerate those lines, especially on the side view. So as you can see, in between the mouth and the eye has a lot of lines, and in the mouth too. Then we grab a piece of clay to create the ear, and for this we start with a sphere and then we flatten the sphere, and with the dotting tool we create like a petal, and we start making the hole where the ear cavity goes. We extend the ear and we make the shape of the ear. We stick it where the place is, and then we create a hole so that way inside the ear, so that way it looks more realistic. With the dotting tool and the help of the needle tool, we stick it to the head. Make sure that you follow the proportional chart just to know where the ear goes, and we start incorporating with the needle tool. We texturize with the needle tool just where the ear it is, since it has a lot of lines and detail. And the same on the top between the ears and at the back. To create the first horn, we just grab a sphere and then we create a cone, and then we add it, and with them we give them a little bit of a curve, and with the dotting tool we just incorporate it into the base of the first small horn. Then we grab a bigger piece of clay and we create a larger cone. This is the front horn, and that it has even a more curve. We add it to the second base that we created, and then with the dotting tool we incorporate it. Use your fingers just to smooth and give it that pointy end. Then put the ring on the finger that you're gonna use the ring, and then put the head on the top of the ring. We add 2 pieces of clay and then on the ring, so that way we incorporate it to the head so it doesn't fall. Try to blend it pretty well. Then outside the ring, beside the heads, we add more clay, so that way it really holds into the ring. Use the dotting tool and your fingers just to smooth. To bake, we use the rack and we use foil just to sustain the ring. Then we put it in and it's ready to bake. So this is the final product. This is how it is going to look. And thank you so much for watching this series of accessories. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial on how to make a Rhino ring. If you would like to share your Rhino ring, send the link of your videos or pictures. If you have any comments or suggestions, post them below this video. Don't miss the next episode, how to sculpt a deer pin. And if you like to support this channel, don't forget to subscribe.